I've been getting ragged on Pokemon Sword and Shield way too much. So today it'll be a kind of a more positive video about Sword and Shield and a kind of negative Shield. Of course, Pokemon Sword Shield have Pokemon has 800 plus Pokemon. Some Pokemon are unpopular, and here are 5 Pokemon that I think that Game Freak should remove. The first Pokemon is obviously Zinx. Zinx is easily the most controversial Pokemon out there, besides Porygon. And the only reason why Porygon is controversial is because of the anime. Zinx is just all we have to do is just look at Zinx. All we have to do is just look at Zinx. Zinx is easily one of the worst Pokemon in all of existence. And I think Game Freak will be doing a big favor if they remove this Pokemon from the game. Because nobody really likes Jinx to begin with. There are very few people who actually like this Pokemon, and probably only like Jinx, ironically, and actually Lizard Jinx actually looks pretty creepy. I don't care if it's racist stereotype or anything. Jinx is just a pretty creepy Pokemon. Actually, both versions of Jinx are pretty creepy. So have one less pretty creepy Pokemon out of the game, because Jinx is just not... Nobody likes Jinx. No one. And I think Nintendo will like to sweep that controversy under the rug and Game Freak and Nintendo because they know Jinx gave Pokemon a lot of bad PR in the past, and it'll be good for everybody if Jinx is formally gone. Number 2, Burmy and its wine. Burmy is easily one of the worst Pokemon in all of existence. Burmy serves no purpose. It's weak, it's garbage, it's trash. That's basically summarized its 3 evolutions. Morphin is okay. But Burmy is absolutely a useless and pointless Pokemon that I think should be removed. If Game Freak is really worried about forms, I think one Pokemon they should remove easily is Burmy. Burmy has 3 forms and its evolution does as well. And no one even likes Burmy to begin with. Burmy only is basically useless. Especially if you can play Pokemon Mystery Dungeon, all the hours basically useless. They serve basically no purpose, and they just take up Pokemon space for other much better Pokemon to be in a dungeon. So that's basically about Burmy. Burmy basically sucks. Number 3. You know what? Talking about Pokemon forms is Unknown. Unknown should be removed. I don't care about the war that's behind Unknown. Unknown is garbage. It only has one move and it has 28 yeah, it's like 28 forms. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28. 28 forms. Unknown serves no purpose other than a war purpose. And other than that, Unknown only has one move, Hidden Power, and that's a move every other Pokemon can learn. What's the point of having Unknown in the game to begin with? If Unknown's so garbage, and Game Freak and he could put 28 unique Pokemon in instead of Unknown, and not waste your development time on putting this pointless Pokemon in the game. Coming at number 4 as Pokemon to be removed is Delibird. Delibird is easily another really bad Pokemon. Delibird only has one move as well, Present. And what does Present do? It has a chance of healing your opponent's Pokemon. Why would I want this Pokemon in my new Pokemon? Why would the Game Freak keep this Pokemon? I have no idea. Delibird is just maybe they have more ice types, but there's so much better ice types that have came out over the years than Delibird. Even in the further generation there is Swinub which evolves into Mamoswine. And in Gen 1, there are many other ice types as well, especially look at ice types. So, Delibird is considered the worst of all of the ice type Pokemon, besides Zinx. And it'll be one of the only 3 ice types that will actually be removed, besides being Zinx because of the controversy behind Zinx. I think Delibird will be a good Pokemon to remove, as Delibird is just a Pokemon that nobody likes. Coming at number 5, we have one of the more newer Pokemon, Bruxis. Does anyone like this Pokemon? It's ugly. Bruxis is easily the worst of the water types. Look at the fish it's based off of, and look at Bruxis. But they really took the fist and gave it gigantic, nasty looking whips that make the Pokemon look basically nightmarish. I know not all fists are supposed to look good, but I think Bruxis is just nothing but an ugly Pokemon. And I think nobody likes this thing. I think Bruxis looking like this. I think Bruxis will be a much better design than this thing. This is basically a nightmarish Pokemon design. And I think Nintendo would probably want to get this thing out of the game. Because does anyone even like this Pokemon? No one. You know, I found about five more Pokemon that's been removed. That basically serve no purpose. Number 6 is Castform. Does anyone even like Castform or use Castform? Castform is basically a weather gimmick Pokemon. I know where routines where Pokemon are able to spawn, but would anyone want Castform back? I know they'll probably keep it dust for the gimmick, but Castform has 4 forms. They could easily put in 4 more Pokemon instead of putting Castform in the game. And Castform has also some of the worst stats in the entire game. The worst Pokemon, one of the worst Pokemon in all of the games, is Castform. And Castform serves no purpose. It's just useless. And coming at number 7. Oh, here's another Pokemon that's been removed. Well, Swirlpuff. No, Aromatisse. How do you even spell it? Aromatisse. The ugly Pokemon that looks like a plague doctor. That was supposed to look like a plague doctor. Look up fairy type Pokemon. Hopefully it shows up. So out of all the fairy type Pokemon, I think I would cut one from the game. No, not Zigglypuff. Aromatisse. This thing right here. I couldn't think of its. I couldn't actually think of its name. Aromatisse is just why. Swirlpuff is not, and Swirlpuff better go as well. Both of these Pokemon are easily the worst of the fairy types. And there are much better fairy types introduced in Gen 7 than Aromatisse and Swirlpuff. I think they'll only keep them in the game because they want more fairy types in the game, but I think it'll be a much more better idea to add new Pokemon instead of keeping these two ugly Pokemon around. Aromatisse and Swirlpuff represent the worst of the fairy type as well, and I think there's much better fairy types definitely out there than Aromatisse and of course that disgusting Swirlpuff. Nobody likes these two. You know what? The fourth Pokemon I found up is the Simitrioe. So the Simitrioe is 3 monkeys, and they're basically meant to mimic the starters. These Pokemon are absolutely garbage. Nobody wants to use these 3. Okay, nobody likes these 3, and they keep subbing them in the new games too. And the Simitrioe is just useless. They serve no purpose other than to be and for one Zim in Gen 5. I think out of all the Pokemon in Gen 5 they would remove would be these 3 Pokemon because they're absolutely garbage. I think Simisea, Simisage, and Simisage, Simipour, and Simiciel should all be removed because nobody likes these Pokemon, especially in Japan. Nobody likes the Simitrioe, and I think this will be out of Pokemon altogether, so no one has to ever see these 3 ever again. Coming at number 9 is another water type, Luvdisc. Luvdisc is garbage. Okay, Luvdisc. Oh yeah, Luvdisc is garbage. Do we even need to go on why Luvdisc is garbage? Luvdisc has no evolution. It has bad moves, garbage stats, and it's just awful. Luvdisc evolves into nothing. And most of its moveset is not that great. Luvdisc is just a Pokemon that's to be left out of the game. I know it'll be a pretty easy Pokemon to design, and they could just leave it in the game for hard scales, but Luvdisc serves no purpose whatsoever. You know, why would anybody want this at all, Pokemon? Because Luvdisc has just bad stats all around, and That's basically it. Number 10. Mr. Mime. This Pokemon should be removed. I know Mr. Mime is in Detective Pikachu, and now Mr. Mime's really known for now being Detective Pikachu, but we do live in the count. Mr. Mime is just a Pokemon that creeps out certain people, including me when I was a kid. Mr. Mime is kind of a creepy Pokemon. Like, that's basically it. Mr. Mime, like Jinx, is just creepy. And then the fact that Mr. Mime is just, why does this? There are much better Pokemon out there than Mr. Mime. And then here's the funny thing. Mr. Mime can be female. Just think about that. And that's why Mr. Mime should not be in the next Pokemon games. Even though there are Gen 1 Pokemon on this list, I really just picked out the worst of Gen 1, which they both happen to be psychic types. Jinx, which is on here due to its controversy, and Mr. Mime because it's creepy. That's probably why they put it as a subsect in Detective Pikachu, because Mr. Mime is creepy. And that's basically it. But I think they'll probably out of all these Pokemon, Mr. Mime will probably be the most likely to return.